We got NBA news. We got NFL news. A little bit of NFL news. We got NHL news. Lots of signings, lots of trades. Let's go.
And it will continue to be pushed around.
Who I think the three best offensive linemen.
Are we talking head coach? Are we talking GM?
Big shout out to homeboy JT Tracy.
They haven't beat anybody good.
We don't buy jerseys anymore.
I'm Green Bay, so I hate both of them.
That's really make. Yo, it's Tuesday. We're live on the Real Fresh channel and on College Sportscast, of course, on Facebook. How fresh? Big Luke, what's up, my sunny man?
Not much, man. How was your Canada today?
Oh,
chill, right?
Yeah, man. Happy Canada Day, everybody out there.
I didn't do anything on it.
They changed it a little
I'm looking for a different natural color, and this is.
You can tell I work night shift.
Yeah, you definitely work night shift.
I mean, I make all my money off of our professional takes, our fresh takes. Like Luke said, we got NBA, NHL, and it is a little bit of NFL, but it's big to me, and it is kind of whack. But, that's just a little tease. That's the last topic of the day.
Lots of stuff going on. Holy crap, man. It's hard to keep up with. Just like when the NFL signings were going on, you're like, oh, my geez, what do we report? What do we don't report? Like, what's important, what's not, what's more important than other stories, right? It's tough.
Trying to remember everything that you read.
Yeah, try. It's like writing a paper for your
well,
except
let's get
really
started with the NBA. Let's start with the Milwaukee Bucks. They've signed Myles Turner to a 4-year, $107 million contract. The 29-year-old averaged 15.6 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 2 blocks last season with the Pacers, while shooting a career-high 39.6% from three-point land. Now, the Bucks did waive Damian Lillard, and, they did some fancy paperwork on the payroll in order to do this. So I'm wondering, is this a good signing, or is his dip in the playoffs kind of indicative of his ceiling?
I know he's a great player, and he'll be an effective player for the Bucks. It's just with Lillard being waived now, how much of a contender are the Bucks going to be? It's going to be Greek Freak and Myles Turner. Basically, that's all there is now. Like there's not much going on there in Milwaukee. It's
the same level of threat.
Kind of. Honestly, I don't quite know what they're doing unless they have something up their sleeve. But when you look at the UFAs available, it just doesn't make any sense. Lillard waiving him was a good idea where he's 33, 32. What is he? And when you have that Achilles injury, it's tough to come back from that. And they ended up spreading the last 2 years of his contract out over 5 years. So that makes sense.
I just wrote down fancy paperwork because I was like, I'm not getting into that.
I think they spread is the 2 years that are left over 5 years, so it's not eating much more cap. But 34? Yeah, it makes sense then. It totally makes sense. And he wasn't a great fit with the Bucks anyway. I didn't think, even though he's a great player. So Myles Turner is a great pickup by the Bucks. I think those numbers speak for themselves. He's super solid out there. He'll be an effective guy, but that backcourt of the Bucks, I don't know what you're expecting. Like, honestly, it's rough.
All the Bucks hype over the last, say, 5 to 10 years has been pretty unfulfilled.
Well, no, it's been there. They won the championship, right? So you got to give them that. But like if they're trying to rebuild to get back there, it's not working. I don't know who's left to sign that could fill that void. Nobody, right? So that's my issue. But I like Myles Turner going there. It's cool.
I like Myles Turner, but I like say in the NBA Finals, his 3-point percentage was half of what it is, 21.4. Now that could say a lot to do with, the Thunder are a great defensive team as well.
Yeah, he did fade a bit. You're right, but I just don't know who you're going to piece with them. They still need if you're going into the season with a healthy Lillard and he's giving you almost what he, like 80% of what he was, like, I'll take that, right? But I still don't think they're a threat, and I think they're less of a threat now. There's no Lillard, but Turner's a great pickup. I just don't know what they're going to do with the rest of the team. Just doesn't
They
make
gotta find
sense.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, then we've also got the Brooklyn Nets. What are they doing? The NBA reports Denver sends Michael Porter Jr. to the Brooklyn Nets along with an unprotected 2032 first-round pick.
22?
Yeah. For Cameron Johnson. So two guys that started in the NBA the same year, so, similar mileage. They both averaged like 18 points and change last season. So, I mean, you're going to have to explain to me because on paper, a Porter has a bit more consistent numbers over the years, but it seems like the same guy. Like, is it just position fit or what's this about?
This is a cap space move. And okay. Michael Porter Jr. Going to the Nets is fine for the Nets. They're a rebuilding team. They had 5 first-rounders they drafted last week. Crazy. So they're rebuilding him. Maybe they think he's a fit there. He's a great shooter. I think Cam Johnson is actually better just scorer, like taking the net and stuff like that. But you clear up like 15 million plus, like bringing in Cam Johnson and sending away Porter. So I think I think part of that was, I don't know, they brought in Valanciunas too today. So I don't know if that was part of it, but like they just freed up some money basically is what they did and brought in, I think, a more dynamic scorer in Cam Johnson. Even though I like Porter Jr., he's a better
he's
shooter.
A little more consistent. I'm not the deepest of NBA knowledge, but just looking at the paper.
Yeah, no, I think it's I think the Nets had a lot of cap space room, so why not go get Porter Jr. if you want a pure shooter? But I don't disagree with the Nuggets going to get Cam Johnson. I think it's a more dynamic scorer. And
all these first rounders, man.
Yeah,
they can finally turn into a team because they're.
Oh my god! And they drafted really well. I thought I liked their draft. There's but 5 first rounders. It's got to be a record for the most first rounders drafted like in one draft.
And now they're getting more first rounders for in a few years for the next build.
Oh yeah. I'm just getting them up on quick. Yeah, they screwed up.
Yeah.
And, they're back at it. Yeah, they're back at it. Everybody moved on and succeeded other places. How it goes. But yeah. I liked it for the Nuggets, I guess, in terms of freeing up some money.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's look at the Utah Jazz. I've got a couple Utah Jazz notes here. So first, they have waived veteran Jordan Clarkson after 6 seasons with the franchise.
Yeah.
And when he clears waivers, somehow he's already set to sign with the Knicks, according to a report from NBA insider Chris Haynes. Clarkson only played 37 games last season due to plantar fasciitis. In those 37 games, 16.2 points, 40.8% shooting from the floor. So pretty good. I mean, he's a 15-year vet. Big news, big name. Declining, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially in games played. Like each year, over the last 4 years, it's gone down each year. So, I mean, is he just a spark off the bench worth taking the shot on? Or?
Yeah, exactly what he is. He was 6th man of the year a few years ago, I believe. And he can still play. He's declined the past couple of years. You're right about that. But I think he's a good guy off the bench for the Knicks, and it adds a little more depth to the Knicks. I think the Knicks were in need of that. Knicks were in need of that. And I think he fills some of that void. They might have to make a couple other little more minor adjustments or additions, I guess. But I think that makes sense for him to go to the Knicks, and it makes sense for the Knicks. So I think it's a win-win for both sides.
Got it.
Sexton. Sexton.
Yeah.
I actually had to look.
Oh, man, I got the dry throat. All right, we got the Utah Jazz acquiring center Mo Bamba, forward PJ Tucker, and a future second-round pick and cash for the LA Clippers in exchange. To the LA Clippers in exchange for forward center Drew Eubanks, guard Patty Mills. So I'm going to let you handle this one because when I looked into it, this just looks like a whole lot of nothing going back.
Who was the first? What was the first of it? I didn't hear you.
The Utah Jazz acquiring Mo Mo Bamba.
Oh yeah, Mobamba. Yeah,
TJ Tucker and a future second-round pick with cash.
yeah,
LA Clippers in exchange for Drew Eubanks guard Patty Mills.
yeah. Okay.
Whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of nothing, basically.
All right.
Honestly, I don't have Mobamba's, had his moments, and I just don't think as much of anything. Honestly, I don't get the move. Who knows? It's kind of weird. It's probably all cap space stuff, but really irrelevant to me. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference for them, even though I don't think they're. I think it's an addition in the big side of thing for Clarkson for Utah. Just some depth guys, really, right? But they're making a lot of moves because they had the Colin Sexton move too.
I might have missed that one on the paper.
Oh, I'll throw you to that one. Yeah, it's Colin Sexton went to the Hornets for Nurkic. And Nurkic is another big man they brought in. So I don't know what Utah's doing exactly because I actually didn't. I vaguely heard about the Mo Bamba thing, and then it was like,
I can't keep up with all this.
I know it's tough, man. And then they bring in Nurkic, who's declining too. But maybe they just said, okay, we have a little bit of, let's go get some bigs who can play some minutes.
It's relative to your options as well,
Yeah, honestly. But I don't know what the Hornets are doing either, because Colin Sexton, who averaged like 17 points a game last year, decent offensive guy, going to the Hornets. The Hornets have no bigs. They trade away Mark Williams, trade away Nurkic. I don't quite know what they're doing. They got a bunch of 2s and 3s now, and we'll see what
some teams try to do that, but
it's
interesting. I find the big man's coming back.
Yeah, the big man should be coming back. It works. It's like you think of NBA outside of like your Jordan-led Bulls. Yeah. How many teams had a great big man? Every other team except for Jordan Bulls, right? And
you gotta have that 7-footer under the net.
yeah, it works. It works. It honestly works. But yeah, I don't know what the Hornets are doing. They're just putting together. There's a lot of 2s and 3s there now, and no big men. And then the Utah Jazz have some mediocre or declining big men now, a bunch of them. So we'll see how it goes. But I don't know. It's weird. Weird moves.
Whole lot of names, whole lot of news, whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, man. Jeez. Yeah.
Across the desk, we covered it. I also have one last NBA one here.
Yeah.
Near and dear to our Canadian hearts. And
yes.
I am a little worried about what you're going to say to me, but here we go. So, the Toronto Raptors president and vice chairman Masai Ujiri was fired on Friday after 13 years, man. That sounds feels like not that long. But anyway, he led the Raptors to their only NBA title in 2019. Made the Raptors relevant for a minute for the first time since Vince Carter, honestly. My take is going to piss you off, but, honestly, he came to the team with good pieces. And then he got lucky with Kawhi in that one run. And honestly, he's been living off that one run since then. The team has been garbage ever since 2019, getting worse and worse, I feel like, every year. Every year is, this is our year to progress. And, it's never. So I feel like he's a highly overrated guy.
Yeah, I don't think he's highly overrated, but I think he has had a lot more moments that you question than big moments, but he has done a good job overall, even though it's kind of countering what I just said. So when he came in,
he started out hot, but then he really cooled off like the last 5 years.
He had a lot of playoff Raptor teams there early on, but they weren't contenders. It wasn't like where that early 2000s team where Vince, maybe you could get them to the Eastern Conference. Maybe we thought Vince Carter could get them to the Eastern Conference Finals or whatever, right? But they're getting in the playoffs, and then obviously Kawhi took him to the promised land, which was a great move. And he's been trying to get that back since. What?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just saying he was so lucky with Kawhi staying healthy, and it worked out, because if that didn't work out, he probably would have been fired so long ago.
Yeah, he might have been. And they have missed the playoffs the past 3 years or whatever it's been. And there's been questionable moves. There's also been good moves. But I think that was it Richard Pelly? What's his name? Anyway, Pelly and Company said that I guess there was talks that they're going in a different direction, but they had enough respect for him and Ujiri requested this. Can you give me till after the draft? If you're going to make a change, wait till after the draft. And they honored that. So obviously they had a pretty favorable opinion of Ujiri. And because he drafts all right. He drafts all right. Not always great, but he ended up getting Colin Murray-Boyles, which I think was a great pick at 9. So I thought there was a lot of respect there. 13 seasons. You know what? And it's just time to move on. I agree that it's time to move on. And the Bobby Webster, the GM, got an extension. So I was like, oh, the polar opposites here. But and Bobby Webster does a decent job. It'll be interesting to see who they bring in or who they promote or whatever. But yeah, it sucks to see him go because he is the face of the Raptors.
I don't care.
I know you don't care, but it's just that you're used to him. And yeah, I think I wish him luck, but change is good.
I wish him all the best, but I think he just lives off of one lucky Kawhi Leonard run. That's all.
You know what? I'll take it. We won.
Yeah. But
Kawhi for mayor.
That wasn't a couple of years ago,
Can I say one thing about basketball before we move on?
Yeah, sure.
I also want to throw more props to the Rockets for signing Dorian Finney-Smith and signing a slightly declining Clint Capella, but is still effective Clint Capella. Played less minutes. Maybe that's why I thought the numbers were declining. Less minutes last year. Good pickups.
They're on the move.
I think that rounds out a nice little team they put together, especially this offseason. So congrats to the Rockets. A couple signings. A couple decent signings, right? So I did want to say that. I thought the Rockets are doing okay.
Yeah, no, they were making lots of moves.
Even like Durant pisses me off, but I admit it might work.
Like that last year, whatever.
Honestly, it might work. We'll see, but I hope it doesn't because of Durant.
Yeah, true. I'll sign up for that. All right. That's our NBA talk. We are going to switch it over to the NHL talk, but as per usual, I'm going to beg for your help and buy this Dubby.
Dubby. Dubby. Dubby. Dubby. Free from sugar, fillers, jitters, and all that BS.
Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels.
Dubby. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, Dubby.
Woo!
Anytime, we're back.
Dubby.
Never gets old.
Love Dubby.
All right.
And the ad.
Both are equivalently delicious.
Yes.
Man, I saw at McDonald's they have pizza pockets.
Now I want to try one. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of try one now. I'm
going
tomorrow.
I want to try one, but I don't want to pay for it. It looks just like so like McDonald's.
But, I want a free one.
Yeah.
Free pizza pocket. Kind of sounds like a shitty combination, though. Pizza pockets and McDonald's. Both kind of on their own. Both are standalone sort of things, right? But together, ooh.
Double junk.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some NHL. Let's talk some
crazy
Vegas Golden Knights. Mitch Marner, our boy. Just joking. So, the Golden Knights have acquired Mitch Marner in a sign-and trade with the Maple Leafs. Marner gets an 8-year deal, AAV, $12 million. So, in exchange for Nicholas Waugh, Marner, excellent player, over point a game guy, I'm pretty sure. Great hands.
Yeah.
Good for him for getting paid. I like getting paid, so that's what it is. Waugh, maybe a little underwhelming, some might say, but 30 points per season kind of guy. I don't mind it. Marner was never going to resign, and you got something out of it. So, I wish Marner no success. He was terrible for the Leafs. He was flashy in the regular season, absent in the playoffs, and then also absent is his accountability, his backbone, his spine. He was a whiny little baby, blaming everyone else for his lack of talent. So perhaps he can hide in Las Vegas where there's less coverage and where they're maybe going to rely on him a little bit less than Toronto did.
I think they're going to rely on him a lot, to be honest. He's a 102-point guy. He did underperform in the playoffs big time.
Every year.
Yeah, average 12 average a year, 12 mil. Like, that seems about right for this day and age in the NHL. He's joining Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, Hurdle, Barbashev, the solid guys. Their team's going to be back, and they're going to be a threat.
Yeah, they have grit in the team, so that he might fit better.
He has to fit because Vegas has a reputation as a playoff team, obviously, and I think he will. Honestly, he's gonna. I think just to change the scenery might do him good, getting out of his hometown, getting away from his hometown team. I think it was a great pickup for the Golden Knights. To be honest, you take that risk. You had a 100-point guy who underperforms in the playoffs, but you have a system there that is a playoff system. And that works. And typically they went out a little earlier than I expected this year, but that's a good team. It's a well put together team, and you just add that stud, regular season stud right now. So we got to see the playoff stud come out, right?
Yeah, in fairness,
great
the
move.
Leafs don't have those names around them that the Knights will have.
Yeah, it's just honestly,
altogether.
Honestly, it's I think it's a good move. I was like, I'm kind of liking that for Marner. I think it's just to get away from Toronto.
I kind of appreciate that the Leafs got what they got for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Considering a sign and trade usually means not much is coming. They're sending me back to the Maple Leafs, right? You know what I mean?
Late round draft pick.
Yeah. It's like you give me this puck boy, right?
For the year.
The jersey cleaning guy, right? I don't know, whatever. But that's how he is, right? So
not bad, man.
No, not bad at all, actually. But big move for Marner, big loss for Toronto, but somebody had to go there, and we're going to talk about somebody else who's staying. Coming up, so
right now, let's talk
about it. Let's do it, yeah.
They have re-signed forward John Tavares to a 4-year contract extension, average AAV $4.38 million. Super great deal. I believe that's 2 player-friendly deals in a row. Pretty noble of him to do for such a bullshit organization, man. Like. In no way are they going to be better than they have been in the next 4 years. He just loves Toronto and he wants to stay. He cannot really think they're going to be better in these next 4 years. Do you think?
I hear you, man. I think he's doing it because he's kind of a homer there too, right? Do you know what I didn't notice all of this past year? He scored 38 goals.
Yeah, he was all right.
He had 38 goals. That's a shit ton of goals in this NHL. So getting for 4.38, I know he's older and he probably won't hit 38 goals again. More closer to the age than the amount of goals he's going to get. But like 4.38 is fine with me. In a 4-year deal, I think that's going to ride him out, and he'll probably retire. Leaf is his plan. And it also cleared up space for the Matthew Nyes contract, which is 6-year, $46 million. 58 point season last year. No, that's okay. It's a lot of deals, bud. And so he had 58 point season last year. I think that was heat stroke. I can see him getting to 70 this upcoming year with the right combination and the right playing time and the right situations. So good move there, and good move with Tavares. I actually like both those moves. And do you know what? Toronto has – those are 2 good moves. Considering they were probably going to lose Marner, they knew that. I'm cool with this, right? Like,
2 good moves. I agree. I hope they could find some players to go on at least one good playoff run with him, man. He deserves a good playoff run with them.
Oh, 100%.
Now let's go over. We've got the Stanley Cup champions re-signing everybody pretty much. We said they had a lot of work to do, so let's start with Brad
everybody.
Marchand, 6-year contract to remain with the Panthers, average of $5.25 million per season. Last year, 51 points, 71 games, numerous clutch goals, and even the playoffs, not just the finals, man. I saw him coming up at the right time, all playoffs long. I'm here. Other teams were ready to outbid that. Like Utah was chasing him down, but he wants to stay in Florida for this dynasty.
Honestly, we might as well group all these guys together. So we kind of
go ahead, man.
We got Sean, Ekblad, Bennett, all signed, all reasonable deals. $8 million for Bennett. You have $6 million a year for Ekblad, and you have I didn't think to get Marchand back at all. And look where we are. And guess what? I think that says something to playing for that organization. They all want to go back, and guess what? They're the threats to three-peat here all of a sudden.
And the tax breaks don't hurt.
Yeah. And it's just they couldn't go wrong. They won the offseason easily by just re-signing all these three guys, right?
Oh yeah.
I just think it's not even close right now. Like I think Toronto's doing all right, and we are going to talk about maybe the Habs in a minute here. I think do you mention that, or I can mention that?
It's down a couple. Yeah, we can do it whenever.
Yeah, but I think good deals too there. But I think Florida by re-signing these guys wins. Like honestly, those are three studs, and they brought them all back. Yeah. And then, as our buddy Peter said, you have Bouchard trying to pinch every penny out of the Oilers right now, and these guys are taking a little bit less than they could make elsewhere. So organizationally, I think the Florida Panthers must be great, right?
In Florida they have that. Tampa had a good run.
Yeah, Tampa is a great organization too. They do.
Yeah, but they also have that advantage of being in that state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough.
But, good weather, tax breaks, not too bad of like a Toronto coverage. It's got to be good.
Yeah, I just think they totally clean house with it. Like honestly, you bring back the same team basically.
Oh yeah, and not on crazy contracts. Like you could reasonable stuff. Team friendly, for sure. Right? Like crazy. Yeah, they all want to do this dynasty thing down there, and then
I actually
the next three again.
I think it's cool, man. I think it's super cool. Like, why not go for it? I kind of like it. Instead of players out for themselves and just like, what can I do? Like NBA players annoying. Oh, we'll play with their friends, and then we get an NBA title.
Or the most.
Yeah, like annoying. These guys just want to play and play together. So good on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Moving on to. I got my Red Wings coming up here now. They did a trade with the Ducks for goaltender John Gibson. In return, they got Peter Mrazek and a 2027 second rounder and a 26 fourth rounder. Buddy, Red Wings, I'm here for this. Your home is from the Blues, man. What was his name? Husso? He did not work out.
No, he didn't pan out. I thought he would. I thought he was going to be your second coming of Christ, and he didn't.
I've had a grudge with Peter Mrazek ever since he bumped Jimmy Howard out in that playoff run. And I know that was probably 10 years ago, but I have been holding the grudge.
I like Jimmy Howard.
He's my favorite player of all time.
He's a great player. He was great for a number of years. Or solid for a number of years. Not great.
I also like Chris Osgood. I just like.
Oh, Chris Osgood is a legend, man.
That mask. Anyway, okay, we're going back to John Gibson. To hell with Peter Mrazek. He's not that reliable, and he kicked out my boy Jimmy Howard. So Gibson played each of his 12 seasons in Anaheim. Let's see, 912 save percentage, 2.89 goals against. So let's hope he can just keep it up.
Yeah, the past couple of years haven't been super kind to him. I know he's dealt with a couple of injuries in there, and so he hasn't got it rolling. But I think a goalie who's how old is he? A goalie who's a little bit older is okay because you can still be a great goalie and get in your I think he's an upgrade from Mrazek.
He's 31.
No, he's okay. Yeah, okay. He's only 31, but you can still find it again in your 30s as a goalie. And I think injuries have derailed him a little bit the past couple of years, but I think he'll be okay. He does have overall solid numbers. Like a 912 save percentage is no joke at all. And he hasn't been on the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
And some of the teams in there, I should say, but not great overall. I think it's an upgrade for the Red Wings, and they're kind of half taking a little bit of a risk, but I think he's a definite upgrade. And if he can find and stay healthy,
in net right now, man.
Oh, your net's terrible. So I think this is a good move for them. Why not? Right? Why not? Makes sense.
Oh yeah. And the Ducks, I mean, they get almost this, Mrazek, he can back up. I mean, the Ducks have a starter, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it's I don't think Mrazek's going to be anything. I think it was just like, okay, get John Gibson a starting gig, basically.
Yeah.
And he found one. I think it'll look good in that jersey.
I hope so, man. Huso did not work out, and I really want some good goaltending back in the net.
You need some good goaltending. It's been a while.
I went from Osgood to Howard, and now I've just been so sad.
Yeah, honestly, Tim Shovelday before that. Remember Tim Shovelday? This before your time.
My God, that might be a little bit before. Yeah.
But Osgood is amazing. I think Osgood should be in the Hall of Fame. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
I think so too. He does the broadcast down there.
Yeah, he had so many wins, man. Like, it was ridiculous. He got near 400 wins.
I'm with you.
Yeah, go.
All right. Let's talk Edmonton Oilers. Let's talk sign and trade.
Right. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Noah Dobson was traded to the Montreal Canadiens by the New York Islanders on Friday and signed an 8-year, $76 million contract with an average annual value of $9.5 million. Dobson would have been a restricted free agent on today, July 1st, Canada Day, but signed the contract prior to the trade. He would have been eligible to sign an offer sheet for a maximum of 7 years with any other team. So the New York received 2 first-round picks in the 25 draft, which is now. And forward is Emil Heineman. Heineman, anyway. I'm calling this a win-win, to be honest, man. Win-win, both teams. What do you say?
No, 100% Habs won this easy. No Dobson.
Really?
Awesome defenseman. I think matching up him on like a power play with Lane Hudson back in the blue line, I think Habs easily won this. Yeah. I'm cool with it. Now I understand that they were probably going to want to pay Dobson, where they just drafted Matthew Schaefer, number 1 overall, and so on and so forth. But I think Dobson makes Montreal that much better. I'm like super pumped for the Canadian fans out there that some of us know some of them, right? Yeah. So yeah, I like it. I really like it. But I get it for the Islanders too, where you're like, all right, our hands are tied a little bit.
I mean, 2 first rounders and a player.
No, and I think it's great for the Islanders in terms of
immediate
something for a solid player. But I love that the Habs got Dobson for Habs fans. I think he's super talented.
I wasn't saying that the other side was as powerful or as good as well, but it's just a win-win for each of their situations.
Yeah, I think where they're at right now, but just in terms of like right now, for me, it's Dobson. I'm a fan of him, so I was like pretty pumped when they got him, even though I don't cheer for the Habs, but I kind of do because I feel bad for them a little bit. But they're putting together a good team. I'll say that it's a good young team. It really is. But Islanders did the right call, and they just got Schaefer number 1 and two other firsts is
back
no
to
joke.
back first. I'm pretty sure.
No joke, right? So I get it on their end, but yeah.
Let's go New York Rangers. They've traded Keandre Miller. So the Edmonton Oilers acquired a 2025 4th-round pick from the Vancouver Canucks in exchange for forward Evander Kane. Kane's contract for this upcoming season carries a $5.125 million cap hit. Looking into this, the veteran brought up.
Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hold on. Are we doing Evander Kane or are we doing Keandre Miller?
I
think
I put these in the same note.
Yeah, I think you put the vote. Okay, so Evander Kane went to the Canucks.
Yeah, went to the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah,
For a 4th rounder, which good move for the Canucks.
From Edmonton.
Yeah. But then Keandre Miller went from the Rangers to the Canes.
Oh, I just put the wrong name in the
Like, wait
timestamp.
a second. I didn't catch it the first of it.
I put the wrong name in the timestamp. Go ahead, man. New York Rangers trade. Go ahead with that.
It's all good. Okay, so Evander Kane go to the Canucks makes sense for the Canucks. I like it. Apparently, Wu-Tang Clan members at a concert in Vancouver wore out Evander Kane Canucks jerseys last night or something like that. That's super cool. I'm a big Wu-Tang guy. Very cool. Keandre Miller sign and trade to the Canes. Good move for the Canes. Canes keep picking up solid guys. 8 years, $60 million. I think that's a good move. Keandre's solid. And one more thing. Logan Stankoven signed with the Canes. Signed an extension with the Canes for 8 year, $48 million. I like Logan Stankoven a lot. So the Canes are doing good too. Good moves. But, yeah, I noticed in your notes, I saw it was sign and trade for Evander Kane, but I didn't question him. I was just like, whatever, right? But I think you just combined it.
I definitely combined it.
The back shifts, man. The back shifts.
I even had a nap today. Oh, my boy.
That's all right. That's all
College
right.
Sportscast in the house. Thanks for stopping in, man. I am watching the show.
I know you're not. Don't worry about it. That was just a one watch.
All right, we are.
NFL news. Oh shit! This is for you. We got to go quick here. I'm keeping it on the time for your fireworks.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna go. Let's do the last note of the show.
Or one NFL note.
One NFL note, and it's interesting. Pittsburgh Steelers and Miami Dolphins pretty much just do a trade back. Let me scroll down to the right place here. So the Dolphins,
wasn't it?
Dolphins are sending all-pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey, Pro Bowl tight end Jonnu Smith, and a 27 7th-round pick to the Steelers in exchange for all-pro Minkah Fitzpatrick, big name, 27 5th-round pick. There's a lot going on here for me, man, Steelers fan. So let's see. Fitzpatrick was originally drafted by the Dolphins, but requested a trade in 2019, went to the Steelers, and now he's going back to the Dolphins, which is kind of funny. I think Pittsburgh won the trade, but I'm also going to miss seeing Fitzpatrick back there. I mean, what's your take on that? That's my overall.
I agree with you. I think Pittsburgh won the trade. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick is a better safety than Jalen Ramsey is right now as a cornerback.
Yeah.
But when you threw in Jonnu Smith, another option at tight end, I think that's what puts me over the top. Forget to toss out the draft picks. That's what puts me over the top for the Steelers winning this. Adding Jonnu Smith, who's a very capable tight end to go with Freiermuth. I like that. Ramsey's solid at cornerback. It's still solid.
Oh, yeah.
But Minkah at safety, I really like. It's going to be a big loss, but
huge loss, man.
A little bit of a gap there. It creates a little bit of a gap there, or a little bit of a void to fill. But I still like Ramsey and Jonnu Smith come back to the Steelers for you. I really do. But you'll miss Minkah too at points. But still great defense. Still a great defense, right? So.
Oh yeah, it's just a big name to see going, man.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, frick, man. It is all the news I wrote down. I messed up.
There was a lot of shit, man. Oh. And it kept coming in as the days going on. And I left. There's probably 5 things on top of my head that we could mention, but they weren't.
I was updating it like all day today, even.
It was insane. Yeah. But I think we got the gist of big stuff. So.
Well, there we go. Every Tuesday, guys, live college sportscast on Facebook. The Real Fresh channel on YouTube, 99 cents. Support your boys. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Peace, man.
Peace out.
And will continue to be pushed around.
Who I think the 3 best offensive linemen.
Are we talking head coach? Are we talking GM?
Big shout out to homeboy JT Tracy.
They haven't beat anybody good. We don't buy jerseys anymore.
I'm Green Bay, so I hate both of them.
bad to really make the push.